Smash it up. Smash it up. Smash it up. Smash it up.
Shot a fraud around and mid deploy, ayy. Ran up on my dog, don't catch a slow, ayy. What? Nigga. Dope boy, friend, 4 for 1 to the project. Lying young and street, made the pussy, bring the black bitch. Standing in the kitchen, whipping nigga, catch a contact. Shot a fraud around and mid deploy, ayy. Ran up on my dog, don't catch a slow, ayy. Love my pistol, dog, and fit just like a glove. I ain't come up out the truck, they no fool me was selling drugs. Dope boy, Fred, just like Juicy Jane, 3-6. Lying young and screens, I been turned with the demons. Ay, Trapper gave us something to believe in. I been on my grind, them hating niggas hate to see him. Shout to say she falling for a trapper, ay. Try to rob and on my dog and get a clapper, ay. We the ones that really make it happen. With my pistol by my belt up, they ask about it, it's fashion, ay. You ain't really getting money for the capture. See the bunny on the gram and he even cap on his capture, ay. You ain't talking money, then you yapping when you lose it all, my nigga. Not just remember who had it, ay. I been rapping nigga like a bandit, ay. Made the car just the answer, they want that status. Dope boy, Fred, 4 for 1 to the project. Lying young and street, made the pussy, bring the black bitch. Standing in the kitchen, whipping nigga, catch a contact. Shot a front around the mid deploy, ayy. Ran up on my dog, don't catch a slow, ayy. Love my pistol, dog, and fit just like a glove. I ain't come up out the truck, they no fool me was selling drugs. Pass the fucking sound. Yeah, boy, too big. Shit. I don't like to talk, I don't need your pity. Me and I'm a dog, got the key to the city. Yeah, my lead benefited. I just hit the ball, let the bin it. Young about to pull right the henny. Shit. I ain't with the flow, shit, keep your opinion. We about the bro, take a look at how I'm living. Couple thousand in the den, I spent another couple thousand on dinner. Goddamn. Me and I'm a dog, got the key to the city. Me and I'm a dog, got the, yeah. Man, I'm a dog, got the key to the city. Man, I'm a dog, got the, yeah. I heard the gang, niggas better duck worth, nigga, where the kick down. Yeah, with the play by, other niggas and they shooting like me. Put a rave fight, other raise what I'm putting in a safe house. Yeah, a couple thousand what I take out. By the time I make trial, I'll be on the way. I ream got the beef, yeah, boy, too bitty. Selling through the streets, got the boy too litty. Party pours by the billion. I was broke, now I'm getting plenty. By the kitty boy, like the kitty. Riding on Pirellis, all I know is how to get the fitty. Why I switch it down for a penny. Sipping on Remy, take a seat, hit the push, boys a star, hit the gas like spitter and gritty. I don't like to talk, I don't need your pity. Me and I'm a dog, got the key to the city, yeah, my lead benefited. I just hit the ball, let the bin it. Young about to pull right the henny. Shit. I ain't with the flow, shit, keep your opinion. We about the bro, take a look at how I'm living. Couple thousand in the den, I spent another couple thousand on dinner. Goddamn. Me and I'm a dog, got the key to the city.
What's going on, people? What's up? This is your boy, Say One's History. Please, again, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit hit that notification bell so you can be updated for all new content that's coming out. I'm not trying to waste your time here, and I'm not trying to get on no bullshit today. Yo, we really did try to get the show going on today with the panel. We were having some technical difficulties in regards to getting all the guests on, but we are working that out. We're going to work that out through Wirecast, and we're going to get it going. But the show must go on, right? The show must go on. So we are going to review some of these videos, but in light of today's event of us trying to do a panel, we are going to review some panelists today as well and go over some of the conversations that they've been having. But I want to get into these videos first because these are raw. They're cold to see some of the stuff that goes on in relationships. And it's good to hear a woman saying the things that all men are saying and thinking, because it comes out of a woman's mouth instead of a man's mouth. And I think that needs to be heard sometimes, because I think women and men, for that matter, get into these echo chambers and they start repeating and regurgitating the same thing that everyone else says. And we don't want to be like that here over at this podcast. You know, obviously, we want to state the facts. We want to go ahead and give our honest opinions about things. But even more so, we want to have logical thinkers, people that are not just going with the narrative, people that are just not spitting statistical facts at you because another podcaster did it or whatever the case may be. So we're going to look shit up here. We're going to make sure we're doing it right. With that being said, let's get into this first video. I want you guys to check it out with me. I thought this one was interesting. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get into it. Let's go, y'all.
One thing, biggest mistake I think online is the belief that your husband should like you more than the wife. The man should like the woman more. I always say it's so essential that the woman likes the man more than he likes her. And sure. And the reason I say that is when a woman likes a man more, because divorce is in her hands a bit more. Men are relatively placid when it comes to relationships. They are relatively okay with monotony. They're okay if the relationship is not, overexciting, blah, blah. They'll get by with it. Women are not like that. If they don't feel love, they don't feel consistency, they don't feel excitement, whatever, their emotions take over their judgment. So when a woman loves a man more than he loves her, I'm not saying that's ideal, but the relationship lasts a lot longer because she's willing to fight through the rough times. But when a man likes a woman more than she likes him, he becomes emasculated. He loses his masculinity to please her. He becomes a people pleaser. He'll bend over backwards. And in his desperate attempt to keep her, he loses the attraction even more so.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Holla, we want prenup. We want prenup, yeah.
Exactly. Look, everything she said here, I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with. And a lot of women will be like, well, why is that? It should be equal. No. Like she said, men are okay with dealing with monotony. We are okay with dealing with just being still. And what I mean when I say that is just simply put, we know that there's going to be whines and wings and wins in relationships. And we're not tripping over a little bit of staleness. We're not tripping over a little bit of arguments. We're not tripping over a little bit of boringness. But if a woman comes into any one of those emotions or feelings, you catch her on the right day and she might just be like, I'm tired of being bored. I'm tired of going through this stress. So that could just be it. Just be what's going on. I don't know if we got that sound coming in. There we go. My bad. We had that sound coming in from the phone itself. But anyway, it just goes to the fact of showing that, yeah, we have women out there who essentially get bored with relationships and just be like, I'm out. And it's even crazier, when they're married and they got kids involved. But like I said, it is what it is. Let's get into it. Let's get into the next one here. This one was cold too, y'all. This one was cold-blooded. So let's check this one out and let me know what y'all think about this one. I'm going to rewind this one back.
I want to do a loyalty test with y'all.
Okay, we don't need to do that. We know we're not cheating. I mean, like, you ain't with nobody. I'm not with nobody else.
Who is Derek, though? Messages right here about meeting
Again, it's just the client that I meet with.
Why did Derek be texting you at 3:42 last night?
That's in the morning, though.
It is, but I have my phone on Do Not Disturb because I'm laying with you, so.
You mind if we call Derek real
I
quick?
don't think he's available right now, so I don't think it'd be a good idea.
I'm saying, you mind if we call him, though? Why you so nervous?
I'm not. I'm just saying, I don't think that, hey, this is my man. You know that. We're just playing around. He just wants to make sure that we're not, that we're not with each other, that you and I.
My girl.
Yes, I'm your girl.
Oh, you serious?
I'm dead serious. Now let's
Whoa. See how she changed
let's
up?
deal with this for real. The truth of the matter is that if I'm f***ing him, it's helping to make us further. It's helping to take us further. What you gonna do? You gonna stay right with me because you know you want this just like he do, like everybody not me. They want a piece of this. You know what? I can do whatever I want. You still gonna come right back.
No, you say you don't want you. You say you don't
You don't want me? Did you forget?
Get out of my house.
Did you forget that we put that mortgage in my name that you financially responsible for? Did you forget about that? At the end of the day, I got the house. My name is on all the bank accounts. So you think that you can walk away that easily?
Yo, hey, look, check this out. Look, I've been in situations before where the woman is like, yo, I'm done, I'm tired, I want to leave you, and whatever the case may be. Every time or anytime I was in a situation like that, man, I always thought in the back of my head, you know what? I'm not going to be vindictive. I'm not going to be spiteful. I know this person might need to stay here for a little bit. I'm not going to let my emotions get involved in this situation. I'm not going to use the leverage that I have against her because I'm in the house. She may have her kids here with her or something like that. I never thought to take advantage of the situation. But you look at this lady, she was clearly willing to take advantage of the situation. When everything was in her name, when she had the house, she threw that in this man's face. It was like, what you gonna do about it? What are you going to do about it? Yeah, I slept with them. Yeah, I've been doing God knows what with them all day. What are you going to do about it? If you leave me, the house is in my name. If you leave me, all your credit cards and your check comes to my checking account. What are you going to do? This is why, and this is just me, y'all. I think personally speaking, I don't think a woman should have that much power over a man, because when a man is in charge, he thinks about everyone. When a woman is in charge, she thinks about herself. I'm sorry, it is what it is. I hate to sound chauvinistic, but yo, I'm only speaking facts. I'm only speaking facts, bro. Don't get mad at me. Let's move on to the next. I'm not for sure what this one is about, but we gonna definitely review it. So y'all gonna get my real honest and unbiased opinion. Let's see what he's talking about.
And you said that men are starting to become more wanting to be taken care of. That's the absence of fathers in a home. When you have a single mother household raising a child and allowing that child to be taken care of until it's in its 20s, 30s, and it's still acting like a child even though it's a man and not acting like a man, that's the failed father. Mm-hmm. So, and that speaks on the destruction of a nuclear family.
The feminist wave, I affectionately refer to it as the feminazis, what has pushed men into that mindset, because at one point it was, no, let me take care of you. And that was met with, well, I can do everything you can do. I can do it and I can do it better. I don't need you. Once you beat a dog enough, they're going to stop trying to fight back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's true.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Yo, this is real too, man. I mean, I don't want to touch too much into it because we got some other videos that I want to get into. But I was just talking to my boy Aaron about this situation. There's not enough men in the homes. Men are getting pushed out of the homes. It's now the discipline that the child was supposed to get never got. So now you got women running wild, running crazy, wearing clothes they not supposed to be wearing because if a dad was there, he would have gotten their ass. Men being too emotional, men not knowing being able to lead, men not being able to control their emotions. All this other stuff is because the absence of the father. And I'm getting so sick and tired of women actually saying, oh, well, the man need to be. No, shut up. Because we all know now that 51% of men are single and childless. About 30 or 33% of men are married and have been married for some time. So that only leaves about 15% of men that are having all the babies with these women out here. So it's not a situation of black men need to be better. It's unfortunately or realistically women need to do better in this situation and start choosing men who are going to be men. It seems like you're only attracted to one particular style of man, and that's not getting you nowhere. But anyway, let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next one.
I will give it the option.
Okay, so I'm glad we came to this one because I never heard Chris Brown's side of the story with Rihanna. And I'm so glad that he finally gave his perspective because, a situation like this could have happened to any one of us. A situation like this could have easily occurred when I was a younger man and, out running around with a girl that's already volatile. You know how the women are from the islands, bro. I mean, come on. Seriously. And even they don't even have to be from the islands. Sometimes women are just emotional. They're emotional. But let's get into this conversation and see what Chris Brown had to say, y'all, because I thought it was very telling. So let's wrap.
I would give her the option of, oh, you can look at my phone. So I gave her the phone. She looks at the phone, there's a message and it says, kill the Grammys, do your thing. And I didn't read the rest of the message, I didn't open it. So she opened the message and the rest of the message said, I'll see you at the cloud party. So off that, she thought I was lying. She starts going off, she throws the phone, I hate you, whatever. Starts hitting me, we're in a little Lamborghini. She's fighting me and I'm like, look, I'm telling you the truth, I swear to God. I'm telling you the truth, stop it. So then she hits me a couple more times and I just kind of it doesn't go from translation to let's sit down, I'm telling you the truth. It goes to now I'm finna be mean and be evil, arguing. So then I remember she tried to kick me. It's like just her just being upset. But then I really hit her, like I with a closed fist, like I punched her, and it busted her lip. And when I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, fuck, why the hell did I hit her like? So from there, she's just spit in my face, like spit the blood in my face, and I'm like, so it enraged me even more. Like it's a real on fight in a car. We driving in the street. So I'm like, yo, hey, we tripping. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? She's trying to grab for my phone, and I'm not giving her my phone to throw it out the window. So she grabs my nuts. And when she do that, I bite her arm, I think, as I'm driving, because I'm still trying to drive. And it's just like a petty, like, stupid fight, bro. And I'm just realizing it. I'm like, look, what the hell am I doing, bro? Like, what are you, like, you honestly doing this in a car right now? Like, what are we doing? So I pull over in Hancock Park, maybe less than 2-3 miles from my house, because I'm just trying to resolve the situation. I'm not trying to fight any further. I don't want to, like, I love her. I don't want to hurt my girlfriend. So I pull over, and I said, look, like, I'm telling you the truth. Like, I'm crying, she's crying. Like, I'm telling you the truth. I swear to God, like, I didn't do it. I didn't know she was fucking coming. I didn't know, I promise. She just didn't believe me. Like, I just know you lying to me, lying to me. So she takes the keys out of the car. I'm in park. She takes the keys out of the car and throws fakes like she throws them out the window. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I get out the car. When I get out the car, I'm looking for the keys in somebody's yard. And she yells out her door, help, he's trying to kill me. I said, stop, like, we gonna get in trouble. So I'm looking for the keys. She's sitting on the keys. So I'm like, you know what? I can't play this game with you. So I'm getting my bags out of the car. She takes my CDs. This is back when I would record on CDs. You couldn't put it on your phone when you in the studio. So I had new music, and she was just scratching it up. I just seen her scratching it up with the keys. So I saw her snatch the bag, and I was like, you know what? You got the keys. You can drive home. By this time, her lip was busted. She had a knot because I pushed her head up against the window. And you know, a lot of the times, like, I look back at that picture and I'm just like, yo, bro, like, that's not me, bro. That's not me. Like, I hate it to this day. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna haunt me forever. I hated myself, you know? So I was thinking about suicide and everything else. So it's just like, fuck. But from there I said, you know what, I'm gonna just take everything and like it's come. My consequences for my actions have to be dealt with, you know? I turned myself in the next day, pled guilty, didn't, you know, argue, didn't say, hey, now let me fight this case and take it to trial, and just say, hey, she fought me back. No, I'm not. That's not where my head was at, and that's not where it is now. You know, I loved her. You know, I wanted to protect her because I did too much stuff to her. Like, I did what I did, so it was wrong. The hardest.
Yo, this situation here with Chris Brown is so unfortunate because I really truly believe if this stuff with Rihanna did not happen, however many years ago, he would have been deemed as one of the greatest performers, greatest singers, greatest songwriters to ever have done it. I mean, they were actually comparing Chris Brown to Michael Jackson at one point, and even still are to this day, some. And this is just a reminder to the men out there. I know we're always telling the women to choose better, but this is absolutely one of those situations where men need to choose better. If you see that a woman is emotionally unsound, if you see that she has sporadic outbursts or she just gets upset, she is volatile. You have to get away from her as a man before she puts you in a situation where you feel like you got to protect yourself. God forbid she puts you in a situation where you out and about with her at a nightclub or something like that, and she puts you in a situation where you're confronted by some dudes or something who may have some kind of weapons with them. You know, these women are volatile. I'm not saying he wasn't in the wrong, but where is the accountability for the woman? Because she was the one who fucking initiated the physical contact. He took responsibility. Like he said, he didn't go in, he didn't try to fight it. He said, I'm going to be accountable for my actions. He didn't talk about this for years. And then all of a sudden, he goes and he says, you know what? I'm going to tell my story. And we finally see what the whole situation was. And it was exactly what everybody else was thinking. We were thinking it was some bullshit. And we were thinking she probably initiated it. And it was basically some, what's her name? Baby boy. Jody and what was his girlfriend's name? I can't remember. But it was just like that little scene. I hate you, Jody. I hate you, Jody. And she's swinging on him. And he accidentally turned back and, yo, don't put yourself in a situation where you swinging at a man. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're swinging at a man. I'm not saying it's right, but don't do it. Why would you do that? That makes no sense. Let's on to the next one, y'all. On to the next one. I thought this one was interesting too. So we going to check it out and y'all let me know what you think. Let's go ahead and start this back over here.
This is why men and women are not equal. In 2019, there was a championship relay race that included 2 males and 2 females per team. The ideal strategy was that the men would go first and last, and the women would go second and third. However, Poland decided to use a different strategy and put a female runner last, going up against the males.
And look at the speed with which Cherry takes.
After getting passed by first place, she does a good job holding her pace.
And she's being reeled in here. Martin Rooney trying to close in on the Bahrainian.
She holds second place for a couple of seconds, but then gets passed by shortly after.
Hang on for a medal. The gold is going to go to Michael Cherry and the United States. The inaugural champions. It will also mean Alison Felix moves to 12 world titles.
Even with the 5-second head start, she wasn't able to keep up and ended up placing in 5th. Follow us if you love sports.
Javon Francis, Bahrain.
How do you even approach this? Because if you say, this is what happens when a man goes up against a woman, and go, oh, you're chauvinistic, you're doing this, you're not giving women. Come on, man. She had a 5-second head start. Like, I don't even want to talk about this one no more. Let's look for some other ones. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm going to get into the podcast that I wanted to look over here. So we're going to get into that. So bear with me for just 1 second. There we go. All right, let me actually just go to my list. I think it's it's the bottom ones. Okay, let's go ahead and review this one. This is called Why Black Women Are Single. And let me make sure that I give credit to the YouTuber, to the podcaster. So this is from the Black Lives, hold on, what is he saying? The Black Lives Chatter podcast. Black Lives Chatter podcast. Okay. So go check them out. I will make sure at the end of this live stream, I will put their information in the description box if you want to check them out. But it is the Black Lives Chatter podcast, and it's titled Why Black Women Are Single. Unpacking unrealistic expectations. Oh, so we know it's already about expectations. What are their expectations? What are a man's expectations? I don't know. I haven't reviewed this all the way. Let's get into it and we're going to find out together.
I often sometimes find myself forgetting why Black women are so single and wondering why Black women are single as they are. And I appreciate you all for reminding me. I want to shout out to Kim. I agree, choice is a very big factor. I also want to shout out to S&M and saying that socially there have been mechanisms if you will, mediums put in place to try to drive a wedge between black men and black women. Just to name a few, you got the Willie Lynch letter, you got Ebony K. Shoot, I could stop there. So I see that, but ultimately, if I'm gonna keep it a bean, the reason why black women are the most single, even more so than black men, is because black women are living with unreasonable expectations. That's why. And the reason why black women are still more likely to marry black men sometimes, a lot of times, because other cultures, other ethnicities have very defined ways they interact with their with the women in their society, right? And there's certain things that black women are let's say colloquially known for.
So there's one thing he said that I want to actually speak on really quick. And what he said is other cultures, let me go back. I want to make sure I don't butcher his words on how he said it, and then I'll touch back on it.
And the reason why black women are still more likely to marry black men sometimes, a lot of times, because other cultures, other ethnicities have very defined ways they interact with with the women.
Okay, he said the way they interact. And let me actually go ahead and say this. This I've noticed this with the Philippines in speaking in Tagalog. I noticed this with my friends that are African and either come from Kenya or Ghana or stuff like that, or Ethiopia. The words that they use in their language are very direct. You know, in America, in English, we have a word for everything. We have words that mean the same thing, but actually are supposed to give you a better understanding of what we are truly trying to say or represent when we say things. Like, I can say, oh, that food was hot. And on paper, you would never know I was really saying, oh, that food is hot. The food that, like, it's hot. Like, meaning like I could be looking at a girl or something, I'd be like, she's hot. And then another person could be thinking, oh, I'm just telling her that, you know, she might be hot because of the summertime. You know, our words are different like that. When they say something in their language, in their dialect, it means what it means. There's no half guessing or half understandings. What they're saying, it means what it means. And I think we get situations like that here in the States, where like women will say stuff. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let him touch on it a little bit more, and I'm gonna get into it. Hang on.
In their society, right? And there's certain things that black women are let's say colloquially known for, stereotypically known for, that those other cultures won't stand for. That's just not the way it is. You know what I mean? If you become an Indian wife to you know East Indian, you gotta come in to clean up. You know what I'm saying? Behind the people. There's none of this. I'm gonna go out and start my own business. I'm gonna be a boss lady. There's none of that. You know what I mean? You're there holding the house down. If you go be a Quaker, they have roles expected for you. Even if you're there are a myriad of cultures where there are roles and expectations, and those things provide the security of marriage and long commitment. But black women have been reinventing themselves, and I don't know, man. Like, everybody thinks they deserve a 10. And I'm not to be Kevin Samuels, whatever. I know how much we love him, S&M. I'm just saying it's not realistic. And so my three are: they choose because they have unrealistic expectations. I think they've been hyped up on social media juice and given this misconception of what's out there and what's available to them. I can't tell you how many times I've been on the dating site and the people who hit me up are not people. I'm like, really? I got to look in the mirror like, I must be doing better. I got to get new pictures. This is what I'm pulling? No. So, and the other time I've been on other dating sites, it'll blow up, but different reasons. I'll add.
So
you lost me there a little bit. But okay.
Oh my God.
You about to unpack the unreasonable expectations?
Yeah, that who's gonna
So
this turn.
So wow. what was on display when the two ladies spoke was a perfect example of why Black women are actually single.
Oh Lord.
You know, like
Although
the
I'm
lack
married.
of self-awareness, and that's what's even sadder, S&M. Yes, you are married. There's a credible argument to be made that you're a part of the problem. You already got your man, and you're gonna sit on this platform and yam the way that you did, and you're not helping no Black women with what you just said.
I provided context.
You know what I'm saying?
Black
I mean,
men
I heard.
have a tendency.
Whoa, he's going off. Hold on. Whoa. Okay, let's keep going. He's
The simple fact that I sat back and let you speak and you're responding is also in part one of the reasons why Black women are single. Like
You
y'all consistently on time, right? Let me count.
Did he not
the
call?
ways.
I hope you're kidding.
Look at the difficulty that I'm having even getting a word out in this conversation, and I'm not married to either one of y'all, right? Imagine, fellas, I understand why Black men are having issues marrying Black women, but let me count the ways if I could finally speak, because I heard y'all talk that gibberish. The fact that it probably would be reason 4 or 5.
You can't make this shit up.
Sounds like accountability.
You can't make this shit
out
up.
of y'all mouths is part of the problem. Right? Because you blamed, oh, it's the criminal justice system. That's why I can't find a man. But when that brother tried to holler at you because he didn't have quite the swag, which I'm gonna get to in a second, right? It's not that he was in prison is why you didn't holler at him, is because you think you deserved more. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Many of y'all, Black women, are nowhere near niggas who are incarcerated. So how are you blaming them? There was a bunch of niggas around y'all, right? But do you see them? Right? So let me count the ways, right? Number one, lack of accountability. Because in order for you to change something, you have to recognize what needs to be changed. You have to accept responsibility for your actions that's leading you. So to these women, misleading women to be like, oh, it's because Black men are incarcerated. No, it's because you're not doing enough to get a man. You do enough to get that job. You do enough to get that degree. You do enough to excel in so many different ways. But when it comes to a man, all of a sudden, you don't have those tools, right? You don't even have the wherewithal. Y'all be at the job like, damn, did I do a good job with that presentation? Maybe my PowerPoint presentation wasn't quite hitting the way they should. Maybe I'm not putting enough time in the office. Maybe that's why my career is not. Y'all accept accountability in other areas except for probably the most important one. That's number one. Number two, the lack of self-awareness. Like the lack. I asked Kim several times, are you sure this is what you want to do? Because again, if people are watching y'all are saying there's not enough good Black men out here. There's not enough good Black men out here, right? S&M seen to found one. You know what I'm saying? God forbid I say my wife found one. There's enough women out here finding good Black men. How did they do it? Did they wish upon a star? Like, was it magic? Was it just more fortunate they wanted to find a good nigga lottery? Right? No, maybe they applied themselves. Maybe they had some level of accountability, some level of submissiveness, right? Because I think Jay mentioned everybody want to be a boss bitch. Nobody wants to be a wife, but then
yo, and he's cooking our garbage. Real talk. I mean, you say you want a good man, but sometimes good men are boring. Sometimes good men don't necessarily have that swag. Sometimes good men are, focused on their goal, are focused on their purpose of what they need to do in life. This subsect of men that you women are looking for, this 15 to 18% of men, it's getting played out. It's getting played out, ladies. Like you can't use that excuse anymore. Men are onto it, and you have to take accountability and make changes about what it is that you really want. So let's let them keep going.
When they're not getting wifed, make that make sense for me. And the last thing I'll say, right? Because I don't want accountability, some level of submissiveness, right? Because I think Jay mentioned everybody want to be a boss bitch. Nobody wants to be a wife, but then complain when they're not getting wifed. Make that make sense for me. And the last thing I'll say, right? Because I don't want to go too long, right? There's more conversations to be had. But the third reason why women are single is because they can't get the nigga that they want. And what do people do when they can't?
Holla, we want prenup. We want prenup. Yeah.
I'm gonna choose to be single. I'm gonna choose to be a single mother by myself. Nigga that they want. Right? There's more conversations to be had. But the third reason why women are single is because they can't get the nigga that they want. And what do people do when they can't get something they want? I ain't really want it anyway. I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose to be single. I'm going to choose to be a single mother by myself and have IVF and raise a child because, that's a better option. That's that same bullshit that Ebony K is on. What logical sense does it make, right? Because I think if she was being honest, because she was engaged before, not about her, but I'm saying most black women, most of y'all want to be married. Even Ebony K acknowledges that. But y'all gonna come on here and be like, what's your choice? No, you didn't have no choice, boo-boo, because you couldn't get the nigga that you wanted. You wasn't fine enough. You wasn't submissive enough, right? You thought your little degree and your little highfalutin attitude was gonna conquer the world. It might conquer boardrooms, but it doesn't conquer bedrooms, right? And the only way that you would know that is if you saw niggas as full functioning human beings that deserved your awareness, that deserved your attention, that deserved your consideration. Y'all want us to pay for everything and show up with very little and wonder why nobody's trying to sit there and wife you. The fuck? When I ask you who's paying for, we want luxury and we want to be able to just live our soft life, right? But how do I even know your worth to be giving you that when I just met you? From your app or any other app? What effort are you even showing? Most of y'all don't even know how to court. Don't even know how to flirt for real. Can't even drop a napkin for real, right? And you wonder why you ain't getting nobody rushing to your side to pick up your napkin. You don't go out to the clubs. You don't go out to events. Woo! You don't know how to network. You're not using the apps, right? And you expect a nigga to magically show up at your door. That's the delusion. That's why a lot of y'all are single.
Hey, who is this dude? Who is that dude right there? If anybody know who that dude is, I want that dude on my podcast. That, he was cooking. I mean, like, wow. Like, hold on, man. Oh. Yo, everything he said was spot on. Spot on. If he is not already popular within the YouTube manosphere section, he is going to be very soon because he was speaking nothing but facts. Nothing but facts. That is crazy. So, y'all, I think that's it. I think we done for the night. Look, fuck with your boy. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be updated for all cool new content that's coming out in the future. I appreciate you guys watching. We had lots of fun, lots of laughs, lots of good times here. I'm going to be working with a few people to make sure we get Wirecast and everything working the way it's supposed to, so we can get our guests in here and we can get our real panel on here and we can do some real conversating instead of just hearing me babble all the goddamn time. But with that, I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. I appreciate everyone who's watching out there. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. It is difficult to put on the shows, to do the editing, to do the recording, to getting everyone in. This is a lot of work, y'all. And then on top of that, also, having like a regular job too. So it's extremely hard to juggle all the pieces. But as I grow, as I gain more knowledge, as I get bigger here, I'm going to make sure that all these little kinks eventually go away here. And we are going to start making something together to build into something that is going to be tangible, something that we can stand sturdy on here. So stick with your boy. I'm telling you, stick with your boy. We're going to be able to venture out and do other things from this, but this is going to be home base. But like I said, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you again. Much love. Everybody be safe on the 4th of July. And have a good night, y'all. All right, we'll check y'all later. Peace.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Move fast when you do what you want. I guess I'm doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. What you want.
My new bitch look like Tyler Perry. But she don't love me, she's too scary. My old bitch front like Jackie Brown. I wanna know if she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I wanna country